Hi everyone and welcome to this session. Today we'll do chapter 3 from the book HR Analytics in Depth. I'm Subhashni, and if you go through the book, you will realize that there are multiple things which have been covered in the theory part to it, like the concept of learning need identification, measuring learning need gaps, and the standards and measures to determine learning needs gaps, the importance of content, learning culture, skills in the organizations, different ways to look at learning, like the digital exchange way, and aligning learning with skill needs within the organization. So all of it that is required by a smart and vibrant learning and development team is mentioned in the theory. And the case study is based on the learning needs identification. And this is what I'm going to take you through. The learning need identification case study is going to have the process that we have discussed earlier, which is the DECOVA and I process. And we will do it using Excel. This book has been, as you know, written by me and Ruben, and we're very excited to bring it to you. If you want to discuss further on the theory part to it, or a practical understanding of processes, you can reach Ruben at pexitix.com, as well as his LinkedIn ID is given here. As I've mentioned earlier, we have put out a free test to understand your brain orientation. So do look in at the description below. When we look at the learning needs identification case study, before that, let me just cover that when we are considering employees for growth and promotion, we need them to be part of some emerging leadership training and some such. Sometimes and nowadays it's becoming predominant that for specialized industries like technology, financial services, people are preferring to recruit good people, good in terms of overall soundness of understanding and personality, and then upskilling them, right? Also, every 2 years, 3 years, there are job rotations in organizations, and at all these points, you need to be able to do learning needs identification. The three common methods for learning need identification are either by experience, where the learning and development team has the experience to decide or hire subject matter experts who know what is happening in the industry and conduct the training. You can also do it by managerial recommendations or self nominations, when the managers need to list areas of learning gaps, or the employee is required to nominate himself into learning programs, or by learning need, or rather learning gap identification, where a measurement, which is an assessment or survey based measurement, is undertaken to identify the gaps in skill and competencies. This is an unbiased way and a scientific approach to learning need identification. And this is the approach that we will cover in the case study that we have here. The case study belongs to this particular manufacturing organization, which has 10 oil mills around the country, and it wants to invest in training its employees as a good practice. The starting point has to be to understand the training for employees of two predominant departments, finance and admin. Can a training need analysis be done to decide which areas and subjects should be covered for each of the employees? Now, in this organization, in the beginning of the financial year, all employees undergo some mandatory digital programs on learning management system that they have, a digital learning management system that they have for competencies that are important for the organization at their respective departments and their roles. The score of this exercise, which they do on the LMS, is available for the learning and development team. Okay, so with this, this is the defined problem statement, that can a learning need analysis be done to decide which areas and which subjects should be covered for people of these two departments? given their scores which are already as part of the every year program. All employees undergo some digital programs on the LMS, and this is available. These scores are available. So can the learning and development team look at it and come up with a learning gap analysis? In the next video, I will take you through how we will solution this.